gonna get to the old school old school
Nothing like the 11th hour, but welcome everybody. We're here. And yeah. Let's get right into it. How's everybody doing? My name is Esper Henny, the prince of all espers, and we're going back to space, chat. We're going back to the fucking moon, all right? I can't wait to find the Decepticons and shit on the other side of the moon. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Yeah, I was talking to one of my coworkers today about about this shit about the moon landing and all that. She was telling me how Ireland somehow I gotta look into this. Ireland lost their only moon rock, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you lose your only moon rock? That doesn't make any sense. It's like that seems like something that would be fairly hard to actually lose and shit. See where we at here. But yeah, damn, we still got fucking 8 minutes to go. Oh man, I would have let the yap session go a bit longer. But yeah.
But there is a button that keeps you from launching, and that button allows the GLS operator to pause the countdown outside of terminal count and during
see, I got a few
hold to the next holding point, so the clock won't stop right away.
I got a few screens open, but yeah, here we are. We're watching the ArtemisII launch today. It's just like this one was really hyped up, and this isn't even the one that lands on the moon. But like, you know, we like to support the space exploration, at least when it's not Elon doing stupid, retarded shit. All right, because I definitely do think space exploration. Like I'm gonna pull back the millennial layer of post irony here for a second and be sincere, but I really do think space exploration is important for our species. Okay, and wait, they're doing the thing.
That's the path that the astronauts took to ingress into the rocket.
Process video because it downloaded again. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Until this point, that was their.
But yeah, they're pulling back the gates.
But now with that arm retracting,
but
backup transitions to a launch.
As I was saying, I really do think that like space exploration is important for humanity. Let's turn this up. just like things, just like because we already have like a lot of. Oh,
There,
come
the
on.
crew access arm tracking away. The launch abort system is the
Because we
tower
already
at the
have like
top,
so much
and that's
technology
what
is
would
built
pull
from
Orion and
fucking
its
space
crew off
exploration
the top
and
of the
shit.
rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight.
If I remember, like diapers, like modern diapers and shit, just like a lot of our pens, it's like modern computers in general. A lot of like our modern processors and shit, they were built for like, I think they were originally built for NASA. But yeah, we're doing it.
Starting at T-minus 6 minutes.
Damn, I know it took so
GLS
fucking
will
long
start
to get
bringing
where we
back
are with
other
this.
high energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization.
All right, I really hope my chat doesn't get fucking copyright struck. You would think the people that put
90%
people
go,
dudes on the moon
the
wouldn't
range
be
is
like
go.
chicken shit about all
All
this.
systems are go.
All systems are go. T-minus 6 minutes. Let's fucking go, chat.
GLS is go for core stage tank pressurization.
Let's fucking go.
That means the replenish valve for the liquid hydrogen tank has now closed, and that tank is beginning to pressurize to flight levels because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank. We'll get the liquid oxygen tank a little later in the count. Now the team is waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis II crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency.
Yeah, if I remember right, watching all the videos, like
Let's
this
listen
thing
for
could
that
just
call.
like launch right off and shit like that from the rest of this in case this bitch like explodes or something like that. And like the capsule on the inside, the fucking crew could just like plop down, releases a fucking parachute, and they can safely land.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for FTS arm.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination command if the rocket flies too far off track. There's a brief built-in delay, so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts
GLS
to
is
safety
go for
first.
LH2 high flow bleed check.
All right, the high flow bleed check. That's so the cryo team gets verification that the RS-25 engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
I have another stream going on my right screen. Another it's NASA's Artemis II live view from Orion. I I feel like I'm less impressed about that, but like being able to see it from Orion, and more impressed that you can actually stream, do separate streams on one account.
Core stage APU
I think it's
start, those are
I
auxiliary
already knew it
power
was
units.
possible. You can only run
High-speed
one instance
turbines,
of
which provide
OBS on a
pressure to
computer,
hydraulic
unless you're
pumps
using like
that
a
steer the
virtual
RS-25
console, or if you
engines.
got 2 fucking
We're gonna
computers
see
like
a
I do.
gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen.
Let's fucking go. Oh, I gotta put the Mafty hat on. Hold up.
Coming up in about 20
Since
seconds.
we're going to space.
We're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
GLS is go for purge sequence 4.
Yes, we gotta represent the space noids.
Moving through the milestones. All is looking good. Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbling of the engines.
Ooh, gimbling. But yeah, we hit the bottom of the barrel. React content. I don't know.
There are the 4 RS-25s, 3 of them Shuttle Heritage, 1 of them built from shuttle
Yeah, we're doing
parts.
straight React content now.
And there you see them moving.
Oh, damn. Gimbal test. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, imagine just like being the fucking commander of this bitch. And it's like, oh, flying a space shuttle, okay? Because, like, you would think, oh, it's all automated and shit. No, you can steer that bitch. You can steer a fucking explosion up to the stars. That shit's awesome.
GLS is go for upper stage to internal power.
All right, power is removed from the rocket's upper stage, the ICPS, and it's been switched to battery. Same milestone for the lower core stage coming up at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Right now, the 4-person Artemis II crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
Oh, that was 10 days. Okay, so... Huh.
GLS is go for core stage to internal power.
All right, there's the rocket's core stage, which houses 3 flight computers, is now on its own power. There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we would have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
All right, chat. Let's fucking get it. Let's fucking get it. Let's fucking get it. Only 1 minute left. Let's go.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
GLS is go for ALS.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched.
Yeah, dude, I was reading about this, just like the space shuttle, just like the Saturn V and all that shit has nothing on this thing.
And here we go. 10, 9,
9, 8, 7, 6,
25 engines.
4, 3,
4, 3,
2, 1. Oh, dude.
booster ignition,
Dude.
and liftoff.
The fucking power of this thing.
Crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
The fucking power of this thing, dude.
Begins.
Oh my god.
Good roll pitch.
Wait, hold on. Let me open up the flight tracker and see if it shows up in the flight tracker.
Houston now controlling the flight of integrity on the Artemis II mission around the moon.
Integrity, AMT high. AMT high.
On time passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the alternate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
Hold up, let me see. Kennedy. You hear the people fucking...
Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute.
QQS.
On, Ponce de Leon. Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon. Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis II mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour.
Yeah, there's lots of... There's a fucking Spirit aircraft?
One minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%, ahead of solid rocket booster separation, expected at the 2-minute 9-second mark. We see throttle down.
Okay, so it doesn't show up on the flight tracker insert. I thought it would show up on the... Let's see,
Separation. Main engines throttling up, guidance converged.
There goes the engines.
Integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready. Copy all, Stan. Integrity, SM priming complete.
SM priming complete.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. Thrusters on Integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation.
Fucking Boston.
3 minutes into the flight. Integrity 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange, now passing 5,000 miles per hour.
Dude. I probably should have been paying attention. I'm not.
Standing by for launch abort system jettison.
There goes the rocket boosters.
Houston Integrity, good last jettison, great view.
Copy jettison. Team Eco 8+02.
We see the same on board, Stan.
And Houston has you loud and clear on Tidris at the Kármán line.
So now officially in space.
Outstanding, Stan, we have you the same.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis II, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight Dynamics Officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
Looks like Integrity made it. Oh man, I haven't been keeping up on a lot of my the terminology about the space exploration and all that.
Integrity, GPS processing.
Outstanding, Stan, we see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Approaching 5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Integrity, 3 engine press.
3 engine press.
On time, now passing 5 minutes 20 seconds of mission
God,
time into
NASA's
the
fucking
Artemis II
flight,
mission. At this point,
NASA's
good main
aircraft,
engines are
not
all that's
aircraft,
needed to carry Integrity
spacecraft
to a nominal
tracker
main engine
on their
cutoff
site
target.
uses Unity.
Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity, 75 miles in altitude, 330 miles downrange, approaching 10,000 miles per hour.
All right, let's turn the Matthew hat off. It's getting a bit too much.
Integrity, looking good at 6 minutes.
Same on board, Stan.
Good trajectory and engine performance. Booster officer will soon report the shutdown plan to Flight Director Judd Friedling, expected at the 7-minute mark. Integrity, 78 miles in altitude, 460 miles downrange.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
Integrity copies nominal shutdown.
Six minutes 40 seconds of mission elapsed time. Shutdown plan is as expected. Again, the time of MECO was confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds into the flight.
How many people? 2 million watching right now. Let's go. Oh, I'm not opening up the chat. That shit will crash instantly.
7 minutes of mission elapsed time. Throttling down as we approach the abort once around option. Milestone at the 7-minute 30-second mark.
Whoa.
Now 84 miles in altitude, 650 miles downrange, traveling more than 15,000 miles per hour.
Integrity, AOA open.
AOA open.
see
The window is
browser
now open
source.
for
Browser.
an abort once around option that would target splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Still following nominal ascent at this time. About 10 seconds remaining until the main engine cutoff of the Space Launch System core stage. Standing by for confirmation of MECO and core stage separation.
A little this in the corner.
Integrity and nominal MECO, core stage separated.
We see the same on board, Stan.
Eight minutes, 40 seconds into the flight, we have a nominal main engine cutoff heading in the right trajectory on the way to swing around the moon. Core stage has separated, done its job. The Space Launch System upper stage, the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, or ICPS, still attached to the Orion spacecraft.
Get to move some stuff around here.
9 minutes of mission elapsed time. Integrity crew of Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen now in orbit around the Earth at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
Let's go, chat. We made it.
Integrity Houston looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
Copy that, Stan. Numbers for the pad.
Fuck, there's like no easy way to do this. I should have set this shit up forever ago.
Now reminding the crew that the
Now they're just showing the
maneuver
same
time
shit
of ignition is as expected prior to
that I have in
booster
the
ignition. That time being 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time.
core stage separation. So it looks like I think they velocity. Oh, this might be the part of the part of space launches like where they typically lose communication.
Integrity, good. Neds deployed.
Never mind.
Copy that, Stan. Good, Neds.
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
We copy that, Stan. Halfway open.
It's the animation that they got in Unity like more fucking accurate. They are rebroadcasting this, so that's probably why it's more
Passing
accurate.
11 minutes of mission elapsed time. Here, overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system. That is confirmed, complete. We also have the visors are confirmed up. Now past the dynamic phase of flight, that is ascent. Their launch and entry suits that provided them an extra layer of protection. Now not as needed. They're going to raise those visors.
100 knot. I think it's the thing
And
that trips me
later
out the
into
most.
this
It doesn't
mission,
take
they
that.
will,
It doesn't take like
into egress or
that high to be considered in
suits
space.
begin some of their initial tasks of activating some of the systems aboard in the Integrity spacecraft. It's passing 12 minutes of mission elapsed time. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that's targeted near 50 minutes of mission elapsed time, 49 minutes, 50 seconds. That's what the crew is going to be working towards. The Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover will focus on preparing for that milestone. In the meantime, mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen will start some of the activation of environmental control life support systems. You may hear confirmation of their activation over the Orion to Earth communication network.
Houston, C3 aux power back in auto.
Copy C3 aux, and we're 2 minutes to maneuver.
Man. Oh, I gotta fill the dead air.
13 minutes and 30 seconds of mission elapsed time. We're going to continue to follow the crew of the Artemis II mission. They are beginning their journey around the moon to verify the systems that will take us to its surface. An incredible ascent. Artemis II is underway. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey to the moon. Still milestones to come up as we await solar array deploy and the critical burns that will get Integrity into high Earth orbit around the Earth before engines are fired to get us around the moon. We'll keep tabs on Integrity and its crew from here in Mission Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center. Very jealous to hear how the launch experience was over on the Space Coast.
Yeah, Gary, if people are just joining us, welcome back to the Space Coast, where we just saw Artemis II lift off 14 minutes ago. And wow, what an amazing launch, and an emotional one too. As soon as the rocket lifted off, Nicole, you had tears in your eyes, I had tears in my eyes, and we had all these people around us cheering. It was amazing.
Yeah, the energy was wonderful. I mean, it was a beautiful launch. You know, we've got 4 friends and family members headed to the moon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, how does that make you feel as someone who, you know, is an astronaut as well, but also, as you said, friends?
Yeah, so proud of them. You know, man, we don't have the words in the English language to describe this kind of an event, and pride, love, so many emotions. You know, they are truly breaking some barriers, and hopefully, you know, as Gary just said, they've got a long day ahead of them, so wishing them well on everything, but so far, what a beautiful launch to watch.
Yeah, to be returning to the lunar orbit in more than 50 years. Maybe they go farther from Earth than any other humans before them. Maybe they see parts of the moon that we've never seen before. I mean, what a great start to what could be all
doubtful.
of these,
The Chinese were there with the rover not too long ago.
Yes, what a way to welcome in the Artemis generation.
Yeah, how do you feel? I mean, we saw some beautiful shots we were covering of course, the rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continued up into our ascents, but also some of those crowd shots where we saw young and old just emotional, overcome by this history-making moment.
Man, we are going back to the moon for all, and we saw that today. We saw that in all the crowds. And yeah, you guys just saw that view, the sunrise or sunset, I guess. They just made it over the crest of the Earth, and you could see the sun peeking over. One of my favorite views from space. And I can't imagine what they're looking at now, and I can't wait to see what they're looking at in about 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, and you know, I know a lot of people are like, you know what, I'm surprised this launched on the first try, because we know, like any little thing, we have to be keeping safety in mind, and we want to make sure we're ready to go. But we were ready to go.
Yeah, people they were thinking in the back of their heads like, this could not end well. Also, if I'm not mistaken, they did reuse a lot from the space shuttle.
You know, it's just a testament to the team here that has been working so
I'm trying to remember if it's the same boosters.
From the wet dress for Artemis II. We were able
But
to fix those things.
hey,
We even had a
yeah.
couple mishaps today, not mishaps, but a couple, you know, anomalies today that the team creatively came up with solutions for. It's just
And the space shuttle was weird. It was kind of shit. I'm surprised that like NASA used it for as long as they did.
Christina, Reed, Victor, and Jeremy on their way now to the moon, in Earth's orbit, and awaiting the next in-flight milestones, deploying Orion's solar arrays. So why don't we get back in with Mission Control and Gary.
Hey, thank you, Megan. Again, we're following along in the action. It is a long day. They have a number of procedures they need to get to immediately in their timeline.
And Integrity Houston, cross-tie is on board per the ETSI-DEM.
We copy Houston, thank you.
cross-tie referring to flight controllers here initiating a connection between some of the batteries aboard the Orion spacecraft, allowing for an even distribution of power. This is the flight control teams that took us through ascent of the Artemis II mission today. Right now we're, as you see, passing 18 minutes of mission elapsed time. The Orion spacecraft integrity and the interim cryogenic propulsion system are maneuvering tail to sun. It is in this orientation, this attitude.
I like that all of their software and shit is still from like the fucking 80s.
And read no action, we're looking at it.
Commander Reed Wiseman verifying what is being routed to his displays aboard integrity. Propulsion engineer confirming that no action is needed at this time. They're pressing through with their nominal procedures to prepare for the perigee raise maneuver. And of course the solar array wing deploy ahead of that. The solar wing deploy is a critical milestone. We'll continue to have our coverage follow the mission until that deployment. Successful launch is just the beginning. The deployment of the solar arrays and successful confirmation that those solar array wings are drawing power is a significant milestone, and says to the flight control teams that we will continue on today's mission. Power needs to be drawn to continue through some of the next milestones. Until then, the AOA open option that was called up upon ascent, the aboard once around, is the current option, and aboard to orbit option ATO will be switched to a preferred mode at the time that the solar array wings are deployed and latched. It gives the flight control teams a little bit more flexibility.
Integrity Houston, update on TDRS handover for your pad.
Give us just 1 minute.
Shuttle landing facility, shuttle landing
Stan,
facility.
You can read it, Ike is ready to copy.
Roger. TDRS handover east to west expected 1 second earlier at 5:1 minutes 26 seconds.
Hi, Stan. We copy 1 second earlier for 5126 TDRS east to west, and saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
We concur. Thanks for the report.
Read back of the reports that you just heard on the Orion to Earth network. Integrity has maneuvered tail to sun. The RL-10 nozzle on the end of the ICPS is pointed towards the sun, and the solar array deployment sequence has begun. With the deployment confirmed, it'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched position. Once they are latched and confirmed to be drawing power, they can switch the mode to ATO and continue along the mission. The teacher's handover at the pad, that message meant the crew was provided some preliminary numbers of when to expect handovers between the tracking and data relay satellites. Currently orbiting Earth at an altitude of 545 statute miles above the Earth. They are in a near-Earth network communication system. The tracking and data relay satellites, geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth. After the apogee raise burn that occurs later today, the burn itself will put them in an altitude that surpasses the range of the tracking and data relay satellites.
Okay, I'm looking at the airport statistics for the shuttle landing facility. Well, you know, the ones that I can actually look at without actually paying for it because I'm fucking cheap. Not going to pay for Flight Tracker.
Message you saw earlier. We're going to suppress those. It's CM helium heater 2 T1 and
Let's see,
heater
airport
1
serve,
T1.
country serve 2. So Naples, so
Integrity, thank you. We see the
QQS
same.
is the call sign. Orlando, Sanford. 1 flights. Oh. Total takeoffs, landings. IATA code QQS, ICAO code KTTS, FAA lid code.
This is Mission Control Houston, passing 23 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission.
Airport elevation 10 feet, sunrise.
This is after a launch that began at 5:35 and 12 seconds Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Right now, the orientation you're seeing from our aero visualization that translates some of the telemetry that we're getting from the spacecraft and puts it into a model so you can follow along on some of the milestones that we are following here.
Oh, that shit is very low quality.
The RL-10 nozzle that you see at the left end of your screen.
I don't have a 4K monitor.
Though it is currently not firing end of your screen. Though it is currently not firing that nozzle end of your screen.
Alright, yeah, let's keep it at
Though it is
1080p.
currently
It's
not
fucking
firing, that
overkill
nozzle is
for
pointed,
streaming.
Towards the sun, and the solar arrays are currently deploying. From this visualization, they look fully stowed in a position.
Integrity, we are happy to report that Jeremy has the O2 sensors on.
Copy O2 sensors.
Again, Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover overseeing the deployment of the solar arrays. And we'll follow the attitude maneuver changes ahead of the first burn of the ICPS engine, the perigee raise maneuver.
Integrity Houston, we see 4 saws deployed and latched, ready for ATO preferred.
Yeah, we're almost there in the procedure stand, and we see the same thing.
In Integrity Houston, we are seeing a 7-second miscompare between the MET on Orion and ICPS. We'd like you to read us the MET from your center status bar and for the ICPS on StackSum.
Okay, so the animation they have in their site and the animation they have in the stream are
Precise alignment, MET 25,
a little bit behind.
15, 16, precisely aligned with ICPS MET.
Copy, thank you for that. We'll investigate a ground issue.
And Houston Integrity, ATO preferred set.
Copy, ATO preferred.
This is Mission Control Houston, 25 minutes, 45 seconds into the flight of Artemis II. We have confirmation that all 4 solar array wings are deployed and latched. This is the configuration needed to switch to ATO preferred, which you did hear confirmed from pilot Victor Glover. That mode has been switched. There was also a discussion with Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman about the alignment of the MET clocks on the Orion spacecraft and the ICPS. Commander Reed Wiseman confirmed the clocks are in sync, no issues. They're going to investigate it on the ground. We're proceeding with today's mission. 26 minutes
Clocks aren't
mission
synced.
elapsed time and counting.
Could be a problem. See, Orion and the ICP stage are centered. Orion solar array wings are unfurled at right angles. Earth is in the near distance in the center left, lit from behind. On-screen overlays read distance to Earth 779 miles. It's changing. Damn, there. That's close to a mile per second. Distance to moon. Let's see. 23,800. 23,000. How do you read that number? 23,800 857. God damn it! How do you read that number? 23,800. No, it's 238,541 miles to the moon. Okay. Velocity, let's see.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're approaching 28 minutes of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission.
16,667 miles per hour.
We've had a
Whoa, hey.
successful
That is some
liftoff,
fucking
from
speed,
the
dude.
pad At 5:35 p.m. and 12 seconds p.m. Central Time, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time.
All right, so I think this is an in-house animation.
We've had a good main engine cutoff, core stage
NASA has,
separation, and a good
and the one in my
trajectory to
corner
begin today's
here
mission.
is more based
Right now,
on the
the
flight parameters
spacecraft has maneuvered
of
tail
the
to sun.
integrity module.
We're standing by for another maneuver to maneuver into the burn attitude. This is where the RL-10 engine of the ICPS is pointed in the correct orientation for the perigee raise maneuver. We did hear confirmation that the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition has been confirmed per the pad, which means it was the predicted time prior to liftoff.
Integrity for GNC,
I
we're
don't wanna
taking
show that.
channel 1 to unfiltered and to BFS.
Okay, Stan, we're watching. Go ahead.
Capcom Stan Love reading up to the crew of Integrity. They will switch the navigation source from channel 1, standing by for confirmation that that switch has occurred. Pilot Victor Glover will receive confirmation when...
So what if I refresh the Unity
and is
animation?
at least watching to
I think they
confirm
use fucking Unity?
that switch has occurred. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that we're heading towards, not too long from now, we're actually inside 20 minutes at this time from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. We did have a successful deployment and launched of all 4 solar array wings. This is the configuration needed to commit to the perigee raise maneuver. Of course, flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston will continue to evaluate that everything is good before committing to that burn. The perigee raise maneuver does raise the perigee, the lowest point in the orbit, from 15 to 100 nautical miles. The 100 nautical mile mark is needed to continue in low Earth orbit and hit the target for the apogee raise burn.
I always forget what the
That will
difference
put them in
between a
high
nautical
Earth
mile and a
orbit,
regular mile
for the
is.
remainder of the day, and set them up for the right position to execute the translunar injection.
We're already
and head to the moon tomorrow.
238,000 miles from Earth.
The burn
wait,
duration of
I had
the
it wrong.
perigee raise maneuver
905
is,
miles from Earth.
26 seconds.
238 miles
Relatively short
to,
burn, but it does raise the perigee and do
to
the
the
job to
moon.
get into the correct position before firing that main engine on the ICPS. The pad had a teacher's handover. This is the tracking and data relay satellites. East to west, they are geosynchronous satellites that are positioned around the globe. And as Orion makes its way around the
Oh,
Earth
I think
right
the
now,
animation that I have crashed.
above the west coast of Africa.
Hit refresh
at
on
an
that.
altitude of about
'Cause I have it on another screen.
123 statute miles and counting.
Yeah, there we go.
The perigee raise maneuver is not executed at the perigee. It is rather executed on the, actually closer to the apogee. But what it does is it raises the perigee on the other end of the orbit to 100 nautical miles. The 26-second duration burn does not conflict with the time that they've reported of the tracking and data relay satellite handover from TGERS east to west. Again, geosynchronous satellites that are used not only by Integrity today, but the International Space Station as well.
Oh, so the animation doesn't refresh in real time.
That time of handover is 51 minutes, 26 seconds. Plenty of margin before the perigee raise maneuver cutoff happens, and the trajectory is analyzed to see whether it was a good
God
burn.
damn.
Good burn means that the burn was performed as expected and sets the trajectory on course.
Do you think for
that
a minute,
100
just like
mile perigee
the
target
context of the modern world, that like you got these people heading to the fucking moon, and here I am on this little fucking glowing brick that was developed from the same people who are doing this shit now, and I'm using it to fucking order sushi at fucking DoorDash.
Again, for those sticking with us
Oh.
on NASA Plus and following along on our coverage, we will continue to follow and to cover the mission until
What do I want? California roll?
well, actually, we'll continue to cover the mission 24/7. But we'll wrap up our coverage
BRP
here
to the
shortly.
burrito?
And now that solar array wing deployment has occurred on NASA Plus and Amazon Prime, again, we will continue coverage 24/7.
Dude, it must be wild in there right now. It must be wild in there right now. They must be seeing some shit in there, dude.
Where we will be coming back to NASA Plus and other streaming platforms. You can go to nasa.gov to find the latest on when to find those activities. Given that this is an operational mission, we do want to make sure that we are maintaining transparency in the mission and providing you all the information on what's happening in space as Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen head on their mission around the moon. Inside Integrity at this time. Again, the solar array wings have deployed. The Integrity is maneuvering to its burn attitude ahead of the execution of the
Ooh, Discord
perigee
ping.
raise
Who's pinging
maneuver.
me? Who the fuck is pinging me?
Overseeing these steps is primarily done by Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. Mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen focusing on some of the system activation inside of Orion, namely the environmental and control and life support systems. The activation and checkout of some of these critical systems are very important to continuing on the mission, making sure that those systems are in a good condition and in a reliable condition to provide the necessary
Oh, wrong one.
environmental and control
Wrong chat.
needs of the crew, with humans on board through the duration of the mission that extends 10 flight days.
Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I thought I was going to take 10 days to get there. It's going to take 6, and then they're going to do a flyby, and then they'll come back. God damn. God damn it.
Should be right up to the crew very shortly.
Integrity Houston, updated PRM numbers when you're ready to copy.
Oh, man, I can't be posting that. I'm watching them posted verbatim in one of the Discord servers I'm in. I said, chat, I'm watching them fake the moon landing again. All right? It's over if like someone just says, who is them, Henny? Who counts as them?
49, 48, Tigo 26.
This is Mission Control Houston. With that update, we are approaching a little more than 13 minutes from the time of ignition of the perigee raise maneuver. That time updated to be 2 seconds earlier.
Son of a bitch, the fucking Artemis tracker is not working.
Will now move to 49 minutes, 48 seconds. The duration of the burn, that's what was referred to as the T-go, will still remain at 26 seconds. Relatively short duration burn, again, just raises the perigee of the orbit today.
There we go. Now it's loading.
Making sure they hit the mark on that time of ignition is the primary concern of Commander Reed Wiseman and pilot Victor Glover. mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen inside activating those environmental control and life support systems. At this time, all 4 crew members are wearing the launch and entry suits.
Integrity Houston, for Optimus on the PCD, we have time
What's this about
update
Optimus?
instructions when you're ready.
And Houston, Integrity, we copy. Hands are pretty busy at this time. I think we will call you back when we're ready for that.
All right, that one is not urgent. 2 minutes to maneuver to PRM attitude.
We are watching and concurred. 90 seconds-ish, maybe.
Pilot Victor Glover confirming that that maneuver less than 2 minutes. Again, that the point of that maneuver is to point the main engine of the ICPS, the RL-10 engine, in the proper orientation to execute that 26.
All right, NASA official Michelle Wolverton. Okay, so Orion and the ICPS stage are centered. Orion's solar array. God, my speech impediment. Orion's solar array wings are unfurled at right angles. Earth is in the near distance in the center left, lit from behind. On-screen overlays read distance to Earth, 1,184 miles. Distance to the moon, let's see, 200. God damn, the comma helps a lot. 238,300 miles to the moon. Velocity 14,683 miles per hour.
Stan Love will report it back up to the crew, and we'll stand by for that.
Mission elapsed time. Well, we've been here for a while as far as mission elapsed time.
Integrity Houston, MCC polls go for PRM pending attitude and saws.
Hey, we copy. MCC is go. Maneuver starting.
40 minutes of mission elapsed time. The maneuver to the burn attitude has begun. The maneuver also is paired with reorientation of the solar array wings that have been deployed. They will have various positions throughout the duration of the flight. Of course, solar array is meant to maximize the draw of power from the sun. So when deployed, we're in a biased solar array wing configuration that was called solar normal.
Perigee rays maneuver cutoff.
This allows for the greatest surface area of the solar array wings to be drawing power and powering up those batteries of integrity, of which a cross-tie was enabled between the 4 batteries, the 4 battery buses that are inside of Orion. However, for the perigee rays maneuver, the solar array wings will be put into a position to take on the loads imparted by the ICPS main engine when they execute the 26-second burn. You can see in the animation here, the solar array wings are in motion, and the attitude is being reconfigured to point the engine in the correct direction. Those solar array wings being pointed forward.
Okay, where are we at now? But yeah, the entire fucking idea of space travel is insane. Just like writing a fucking explosion, controlling an explosion. man-controlled fire after thousands of
Getting a live
years
look
from
inside
Dum Dum
the
8.
Artemis II mission flight control room. The team you see here oversaw the ascent of our 4 astronauts inside Integrity, launching at 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Now again, this room will be occupied 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with flight controllers shifting on 3 shifts to oversee 24/7 operations of Artemis II while in flight. We will cover that live on the NASA YouTube channel, and we'll be covering that around the clock as we begin to wrap up our coverage here on NASA Plus. Before I do want to send it over to our colleagues at the Kennedy Space Center. And to my colleagues, it was a pleasure to join the teams at the Kennedy Space Center and be a part of such a historic launch. Here in Houston, again, we're turning our attention to the mission. And for now, we'll say farewell and thank you to our colleagues there for today's launch coverage. We'll see you again soon for Splashdown. This is Mission Control Houston, sending it back over to Megan and Nicole at the host desk.
Thank you, Gary. And yes, it was such a pleasure to be a part of this historic mission that started right here at Kennedy Space Center. It was such an amazing sight to be a part of. And now, as Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey, we here at the Kennedy Space Center are about to wrap our broadcast. We'll, of course, though, have 24/7 coverage with our colleagues at Johnson Space Center starting as soon as we sign off, so don't worry. You can follow along our 4 astronauts every minute of their nearly 10-day journey to the moon and back. Nicole, I'll definitely be watching it, and I'm sure you will, too.
Yes, of course. You know, they just started, right? The launch was beautiful. This was a historic day. They're on their way back to the moon for the first time in over half a century, but they've got a lot of work ahead of them, and so we're excited to see what they have to do and excited to test out the Orion spacecraft. This is a test flight after all, and we're excited to see what we can learn from this mission.
Very humbling, inspiring. It was really amazing to be a part of this, and I'm so glad that so many people joined along by either watching here in person or watching online. And of course, Nicole, thank you so much for sitting through this, answering questions, adding so much context and information that really brought a lot out of what we saw today.
Oh man, I had a blast. You're a rock star. You're a professional. This was great.
Oh, you're great.
So this was a wonderful day.
Well, again, thank you so much, and thank you to you for watching at home. You know, tonight we didn't just launch a rocket, we launched the next chapter of human exploration. Our Artemis II crew now on their way back to the moon, and we're taking you with us. So thank you again for watching, and go Artemis II.
Let's go, Artemis II. Bye-bye. Later.
All 4 astronauts, and it appears all of them are undergoing their suit leak checks. Yes, a pre-flight tradition that we have seen with our crewed flights, the card game. The astronauts who have just left crew suit up and are now walking down a hallway. And here they are, NASA's Artemis II crew, taking their first steps outside for their historic test flight. And the 4 of them step into their astrovan. And off they go.
Wow, that's one way to end the broadcast. That was just fucking abrupt. Oh my god, the dude running, the intern running NASA's OES did not read the fucking room. Holy shit. That's insane. I was like, oh yeah, first time going back to the moon in 50 years. And it's like, no, oh, we got all this build-up, okay? We got all this, we got this B-reel footage, okay? It's so inspiring. Nah, he just ended that shit. All right, he just hit stop streaming. It was like the fucking Godfather. Not like Godfather, like The Sopranos, just cut to black mid-sentence. That shit was insane. That man did not get, someone's getting fucking fired. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so I'm gonna go to the VRB screen real quick, and then we're gonna go back to just chatting. And I don't know, we'll figure out what to do from there. But I gotta pee really badly, so I'll leave the integrity tracker in that corner. So yeah, all right, listen to.
Oh yes.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna do here, so I really want to run to the store real quick. We're gonna end this stream. I'm gonna raid into someone else, end this stream, and I'll be back at 8 o'clock. And then we'll fucking then we'll play what is it? What is that shit? The game. Beyond Good and Evil. Or Splatoon. I don't know. I have half an hour to actually figure out what the fuck we're gonna play again. But yes, it's an Esper Henny matinee. It's an Esper Henny matinee kind of day. So right now, let me find somebody to raid, and then I'll be back at 8 o'clock. EST. Let's see. Who can we raid? We're actually fairly. No fucking way, is there an alien VTuber?
Emergency with service.
Fucking A, Lamau ass.
With service.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We're rating this dude. What is it? TTC? Okay. Oh, world's most advanced VTuber model. Okay. So, I'm gonna end this one. And I'll be back in like half an hour because I want to run to the store really, really quickly. So, don't go too far. All right, we'll be back later. All right, see you a little bit later, guys. Half an hour.